National immigration crossroads, courts, communities, and controversy in the wake of Trump-era policies. If you're interested in this topic, please pay attention and watch the video through the end to get all the information. Please hit like and subscribe, and don't forget to push the notification bell for an upcoming video. In a high-stakes legal hearing, a federal appeals court panel pressed the U.S. Justice Department to confirm whether the Trump administration had enforced a daily deportation quota of 3,000 arrests. The inquiry arose during arguments about an injunction that prohibits roving ICE arrests in Los Angeles. Judge Ronald Gould raised concerns that such quotas may have driven immigration agents to carry out raids based on generalizations like race, ethnicity, or assumptions about immigrant communities rather than concrete, individualized suspicion. The court focused on statements made by former Trump advisor Stephen Miller, who had allegedly set the 3,000 arrests per day goal. A Justice Department attorney claimed he had no knowledge of this policy, but agreed to provide a written statement confirming whether such quotas exist. The panel's final decision could dramatically impact how ICE operates in Southern California moving forward. D.C. prosecutor enforces immigration screening for all criminal defendants. In a controversial move aligned with the Trump administration's broader deportation agenda, Acting U.S. Attorney Jeanine Pirro has ordered mandatory immigration status screenings for all individuals facing criminal charges in Washington, D.C., including minor offenses. A memo released by Pirro announced that federal immigration officers will now partner with local prosecutors to ensure ICE is alerted in any case involving undocumented individuals. This policy, targeting over 7,000 annual defendants, is already sparking concern. Defense attorneys report increased ICE presence in courthouses, with some clients being detained immediately after hearings. Critics warn that this could discourage vulnerable individuals from appearing in court altogether, ultimately undermining trust in the justice system. Maine resort town faces backlash over ICE agreement. The picturesque town of Wells, Maine, known for its coastal charm, now finds itself at the center of immigration controversy. It's currently the only municipality in Maine with a formal cooperation agreement with ICE. Police Chief Joanne Putnam signed the deal in March, though no arrests have occurred yet. Still, the decision has led to widespread fear among immigrant families and criticism from local business owners, who fear losing seasonal workers and tourism revenue. Immigrant residents report staying indoors, skipping school, and avoiding public spaces. As a result, other Maine towns have backed away from similar agreements, citing economic risks and social division. California immigrants face housing crisis amid fear of deportation. Across California, undocumented renters are caught in a silent crisis. Fear of deportation is preventing many from asserting their housing rights or seeking legal recourse against illegal evictions. Legal advocates say ICE activity near courthouses and growing anti-immigrant sentiment have discouraged tenants from reporting abuse. One mother from Santa Rosa, whose husband was deported, shared her fear of requesting a move and being evicted. A staggering 2/3 of undocumented tenants spend more than 30% of their income on rent-a-burden, significantly higher than U.S.-born renters. Laws meant to protect tenants fall flat when fear overrides access to justice. Florida Church hosts Immigration Myth-Busting Forum. In a refreshing example of community action, the Unitarian Universalist Church of Manatee in Florida hosted an educational forum to debunk immigration myths and promote informed dialogue. Legal experts at the event clarified widespread misconceptions, such as a distinction between criminal and civil immigration violations. Entering without permission is a misdemeanor, while overstaying a visa is not a crime, but a civil issue. Attendees also learned that immigrants in removal proceedings aren't entitled to free legal representation, putting many at a disadvantage in court. The event concluded with a powerful call to protect human rights and dignity, regardless of immigration status. That wraps up this week's Critical Immigration Updates, a mix of legal battles, policy shifts, and courageous community efforts that continue to shape the national conversation. Advisor Stephen Miller, Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem, Trump administration, denies daily quota for immigration arrests. Trump administration denies daily quota for immigration arrests. In May, reports revealed that White House officials had set goals for ICE agents to arrest 3,000 people per day in a new court filing. Attorneys for the Trump administration denied the existence of a daily quota for immigration arrests, despite reports and prior statements from White House officials about pursuing a goal of at least 3,000 deportations or deportation arrests per day. In May, reports from both The Guardian and Axios revealed that during a meeting with immigration and customs enforcement leaders on May 21st, the White House advisor Stephen Miller and the Department of Homeland Security Secretary Kristi Noem demanded that immigration agents seek to arrest 3,000 people per day. Following that report, Miller appeared on Fox News in late May and stated that, under President Trump's leadership, we are looking to set a goal of a minimum of 3,000 arrests for ICE every day. He added that Trump is going to keep pushing to get that number up higher each and every day. However, in a court filing on Friday, lawyers representing the U.S. Justice Department said that the Department of Homeland Security had confirmed that neither ICE leadership nor its field offices have been directed to meet any numerical quota or target for arrests, detentions, removals, field encounters, or any other operational activities that ICE or components undertake in the course of enforcing federal immigration law. The filing is part of an ongoing lawsuit in Southern California, where immigrant advocacy groups have sued the Trump administration, accusing it of conducting unconstitutional immigration sweeps in the Los Angeles area. In mid-July, a judge issued a temporary restraining order barring immigration agents from detaining individuals based on factors such as race, occupation, or speaking Spanish anywhere in the Central District of California, which includes Los Angeles. On Friday, an appeals court upheld that order. Politico reported that during a hearing earlier this week in the case, the Justice Department lawyers were pressed on the reports regarding the alleged arrest quota, and a judge reportedly asked whether it was a policy of the administration at this time to deport 3,000 persons per day. An attorney for the Justice Department, Yaakov Roth, reportedly responded, "Not to my knowledge, Your Honor," per Politico. And in the government's filing on Friday, the attorneys for the government said that the allegations that the government maintains a policy mandating 3,000 arrests per day appears to originate from media reports quoting a White House advisor who described that figure as a goal that the administration was looking to set. That quotation may have been accurate, but no such goal has been set as a matter of policy, and no such directive has been issued to or by DES or IC, the attorneys added. The discrepancy was first reported by the Los Angeles Daily News and Politico. When asked about the discrepancy, Tricia McLaughlin, the DHS Assistant Press Secretary, said in a statement to The Guardian, "Under Secretary Noem, we are delivering on President Trump's and the American people's mandate to arrest and deport criminal illegal aliens to make Americans safe." Secretary Noem unleashed IC to target the worst of the worst and carry out the largest deportation operation of criminal aliens in American history, McLaughlin added. In a later statement to The Guardian, a spokesperson from ICE said, "There is no quota that agents must meet, but there are goals to aim for." The statement added that ICE is working diligently to implement the administration's goals of focusing on illegal aliens who pose a threat to the security of our communities. The agency's statement also said it continues to identify, target, and apprehend those with criminal convictions or outstanding warrants, as well as those who have illegally re-entered the United States or have a final order of removal. In a statement to Politico, a White House spokesperson also did not directly address the questions about the discrepancy, but said that the Trump administration is committed to carrying out the largest mass deportation operation in history by enforcing federal immigration law and removing the countless violent, criminal illegal aliens that Joe Biden let flood into American communities. A Justice Department spokesperson told the outlet that there is no disconnect between the department's court filings and the White House's public statements. The spokesperson added that the entire Trump administration is united in fully enforcing our nation's immigration laws, and the DOJ continues to play an important role in vigorously defending the president's deportation agenda in court. At various points during his 2024 election campaign, Trump claimed that he would target between 15 and 20 million people who are undocumented in the U.S. for deportation. That is all for today in this video. What are your thoughts on this? Please let us know in the comments section below. Thanks for watching the entire video. Hopefully, the information is useful to you. See you later in the next video. Till then, take care.
National Immigration Crossroads, Courts, Communities and Controversy in the wake of Trump-era policies. The Federal Appeals Court is scrutinizing the Trump administration over reports of a daily deportation quotas of 3,000 arrests. The court highlighted a statement from former advisor Stephen Miller and raised constitutional concern about racial profiling in ICE raids across Los Angeles. The Justice Department denied any official quota policy but promised clarification in writing. Meanwhile, in Washington, D.C., acting U.S. Attorney Janine Pirro ordered mandatory immigration screening for all criminal defendants, sparking fears of a courthouse detention and undermine trust in the justice system. In Maine, Wells is under fire for partnering with ICE, a move that has caused panic among immigrant communities and backlash from local businesses reliant on seasonal workers. In California, fear of deportation prevent undocumented tenants from asserting housing rights, deepening the state housing crisis. And at the attention, a Florida judge hosted a myth-busting forum to educate the public on immigration law and promote dignity. Trump team continues pushing for mass deportations up to 20 million and legal and public